Okay, the second effect that we need to study is the net export effect, and you can see that it's an advantage of monetary policy. So we need to know how it strengthens monetary policy. And it works both ways, but we're going to look at it from a recessionary side, but you can do the same thing for a contraction. So again, suppose that the economy is in a recession. What would the central bank do? They would adopt an expansionary monetary policy, and that involves a decrease in interest rates. Now, remember, this interest rate affects every other interest rates in the economy, including bond yields. So if you decrease interest rates, and you have to delineate between interest rates in your home country and overseas. So let's say that we were in Australia. If you decrease the interest rates in Australia, then that lowers the bond yields for Australian bonds. So lower Australian bond yields. So as a result, it decreases the demand for Australian bonds, and as a result, it decreases the demand for Australian dollars. So let's see what happens to the exchange rate. So remember, this is E, which is also the price for the Australian dollar. And this is the quantity for Australian dollar. This is again a micro market, it's the foreign exchange market. And we have the demand for Australian dollars here, and we have the supply for Australian dollars here, and we'll go through this when we revise the exchange rate systems for week 11. Um, but can you see that if you decrease the demand for Australian dollars, you get a decrease in E from E1 to E2. And if you recall from your week 11 shoot, a decrease in E is interpreted as home currency depreciating and foreign currency appreciating. So that would result in an increase in our exports and a decrease in imports because now our products are cheaper and foreign products are more expensive, which results in a lower net export. And remember, aggregate demand is equal to C plus I plus G plus NX. So if you recall what we did in the beginning, we adopted an expansionary monetary policy to lower interest rate. So that would stimulate C and I. But through the net export effect, we also see an increase. That should be an increase. We also see an increase in net exports. So this net export effect strengthens the expansionary monetary policy. So there's a positive feedback loop, which then further increases aggregate demand.